Yo, today I'm going to be giving you a tour of my room and my desk setup, going through and showing you everything from the anime posters on my wall to all the stuff on my desk that helps me work efficiently. As a videographer slash editor, I do probably about 80% of my work from home right here, so I'll be giving you insight on why I made certain decisions and tips on how to design your own work from home, office, desk, room setup, whatever you want to call it. Okay, so first is the desk. I bought it from Amazon. I think it was like $110. I got it on sale. When looking for a desk, I literally looked at a million different desks. I had such specific needs that I almost just built my own one until I found this one. 3 things that I needed. It needed to be able to fit all of my camera gear in the desk, which it does. It needed to be decently deep. A lot of the IKEA desk I looked at for some reason were so short, so I feel like my head was like right against the wall. And thirdly, it needed to be a little bit taller. I am a tall person. My last desk, when I was sitting at my desk, my knees was hitting the bottom of the top part of the desk, which was very uncomfortable when I'd edit for long periods of time. So on the right side of my desk is where I have all my camera gear. On the top part is where I store all my bodies and lenses. On the next one under, I have these little storage cube thingies I got from Kmart. Inside of them, I just have like hard drives, accessories, mics, all that stuff that I don't really need to access all of the time. Then on the very bottom shelf, this is my charging shelf. I've got all my chargers there for all my different cameras, light batteries, etc. On the other side of my desk, top shelf, all my personal items, my asthma puffer, different medicines, got my notebook there, chargers, got a bunch of wires, got my jewelry. On the middle shelf, just got a bunch of random stuff. It's slowly become my snack pile. I got all my snacks and my lollies. Then in the bottom one was just more camera gear I couldn't fit on the other side. So I just got my drone and my camera bag down there. And on top of my desk, powering the entire setup, we got my 2021 MacBook Pro. Here I recently just got this monitor. It's a 27-inch KTC. I think the brand is from Amazon. My last one literally just broke. It just wouldn't turn on for some reason. I had about 3 or 4 projects editing at the time, and this was the fastest one that would get here with the best reviews. So I went with it. Color accuracy, not the best. So I am doing a lot of my color grading off of my Mac. And 27-inch, bigger than my last one. My last one was 24-inch, which I really enjoy, the bigger screen, more real estate. Connected to my laptop, we got this Anker USB hub, which also has power delivery, power pass-through, so I can put a charger in here, which also charge my Mac. Holding my monitor is a monitor arm I got from IKEA. And then behind the camera, I have a regular ring light. I think it was from Kmart, which I use as my main key light for my videos. For my keyboard and mouse, I have this For my keyboard and mouse, I have this wireless combo from Kmart. I don't know, it just works. I'm not really that picky with my keyboard. It's quiet, which I like, although the mouse does give me trouble sometimes because it goes through batteries really fast for some reason, but it was like $15, I can't complain there. And yeah, I think that's the actual brains of my setup. It's everything I need to do to work. Under my keyboard, I got this Leech Miku desk mat. It's got a few figures underneath my monitor. Got an Ocarina one. I think it's a Q-Posket one. I got that one in Japan. We got a Dragon one, which I also got from Japan, from a gotcha machine. I got a Shanks Funko Pop, which was a present. And I got this Gear 5 Luffy pen holder thingy, which I won at a claw game in Japan. So that's pretty cool. And then on the side over here, I have a USB-C cable coming out, which I usually use to charge little accessories. Right now it's charging my portable charger. On the right of me, I have a whiteboard, which I find really handy just to quickly write down random things I need to remember. Usually it's like a video idea when I'm working on something else and I have both screens utilized. I quickly need to write something, I'll just put it up on the whiteboard. And behind me, we got my TV, half my wardrobe, as well as some decorations and a shelf. The shelf my TV is on is the IKEA Calyx one. Attached to the TV, we got some Logitech speakers. I have 2 lamps near the TV, one on either side. That blue one is actually a diffuser as well, so I usually have some sort of oil or something in there diffusing the air, if that's even how you say it. And then I got a little banana one on the wall. On top of it, we got a shelf just displaying some items. Now that I'm looking at it, I realized I didn't turn on the lamp. So let me go turn on the lamp and show you how cool it is. Okay, so here we have the Yummy Yummy no Mi, which is Blackbeard's devil fruit, and it's actually a lamp. So if I turn it on, it's not that bright. It is brighter, I just think the battery is getting low. But let me go put that back. Yes, I do have a few lamps. The way possible, I always try to avoid overhead lighting. I just don't like how it looks, and I think if you can light it with lamps and smaller lighting around your room, just make the vibe feel a lot nicer to be in and less like an office or a hospital. Anyways, back to my shelf. I have volume 1 of Frieren. I got volumes 1 and 2 of the deluxe edition of Berserk, which I still have not read yet. And I have this magazine that I got while I was in Japan, which has the last chapter of, I forgot what the manga's called, which has the last chapter of Oshi no Ko. So while I was in Japan last year, I was there during the last chapter being put out, so I put the magazine on my wall. I just have a bunch of posters of some of my favorite animes. Also, I only just recently realized I have 2 One Punch Man posters, so I gotta take one of them down because I'd like to put a Frieren poster up. But I have big changes coming to my room soon, which is why I haven't changed the poster out. And there's also why I'm making this video. One of Saitama saying okay, very iconic scene, and then one of Yami from Black Clover, one of my favorite characters. I actually printed those myself from Officeworks and framed it for the printing and the frame. I think it was like $5-6 each. Got this Oshi no Ko and another One Punch Man poster which I got from Comic-Con last year. On top of it we have 3 of Zoro's swords. Before you come at me, yes, I know he didn't use all 3 of those swords at the same time, but those are the 3 swords I have. Big wall scroll, I think it's from Amazon. These 2 pieces I bought from this artist I really like from Comic-Con. Next to my desk I got where I put my bags, plus my tripods and stands and stuff. Next to me I got 2 guitars, 1 acoustic string and 1 3/4 size nylon. Got a heater on the floor because it's freaking freezing right now in Australia. And then yeah, that is my room. So here are some tips I'd keep in mind when designing your room to have a computer set up, whether it be for gaming, work from home, or just to watch some anime. Keep these in mind. Number 1, be clear on what the purpose of your room is. Obviously, it's a room, so you gotta sleep in it, which is why my bed is here. But because this is where I do a lot of my work, a lot of the focus was on the desk setup, maximizing that for efficiency, storage, and good feng shui. Before I had this room, this was my older brother's room, but then he moved out, so I got it. And the way he had it set up was the bed was where I am, where my desk is, and he had like a drum set in the back corner and clothes in that corner, which works. I could have kept the bed here and put the desk against the window, which would also be nice because I can have the window open without getting glare on my screen, but I do not like working with my back exposed. So when I'm working here, I can very clearly see the entrance of the door while I'm working, and it just makes me feel more at ease, like I don't have people watching what I'm doing. Number 2, be intentional with what you pick out. This isn't the biggest room by any means. It's not a tiny room, but it's not a massive room. And before I did my whole room transformation, which I have a video on, I was actually considering downsizing beds. So I have a queen bed, and I was thinking about going down to a bed or a king single so I could have more space to work. But what I did instead was I had a whole different like work table thingy where I stored all my camera gear in with a smaller desk, and just by getting a slightly bigger desk so I could get rid of that camera storage area and storing all my camera gear in the desk made my room feel so much bigger. So I didn't have to downsize beds, which also I didn't want to because again I am a tall person, so I can still sleep comfortably and now I can work comfortably. Number 3, pick a theme. So as you can tell, I don't really have a color type theme. It's more just my interest, which just happens to be anime. So that's why I got a lot of that up there, but I think it works well. I also wouldn't go crazy and plaster my wall, filling every single gap with, you know, posters and wall scrolls and stuff. Even though I say that and it is pretty filled, it's tastefully filled. Don't just go crazy and fill out every single blank section that you have. Make it look neat, make it look tidy, make it look clean. Number 4, make sure your bed area is still comfortable. This sort of goes back to my first point, but even though the entire focus of this was to give me the best and most efficient workspace possible, I still wanted my relaxing and resting time to be just as good. So you can kind of tell my room's sort of like split in half. This side here is like my work section. This side here is like my rest and relax section, because I think resting is just as important as working. So have a clear divide of the two sections if you can. If you need help with this is basically just all feng shui I'm talking about. Just go look it up and figure out what the best feng shui, where the best flow of energy is for your room. Trust me, it'll make a massive difference. And I guess just bonus tip, you don't really need to break the bank and go spend a lot of money. A lot of my items are budget items. Like the floor was literally some vinyl tiles I got from Kmart and did it myself. Again, my keyboard is from Kmart. My ring light is from Kmart. That is my room tour, plus some tips on how to design your own one. At the end of the day, just do what you want. It's your room. Don't forget to subscribe. Thank you for watching the video. Latest.